Good evening, everybody. We made it. The end. Final Fantasy VIII coming. We fought long and hard. Moment. Cheers. We spent a good. Well, let's see. Last week, we spent at the beginning of the day. We took a nice 2 hour or so run at the final dungeon. Got a bunch of our abilities back, of course. Got ourselves prepared for the final boss. So we thought. Then we logged on that evening. Thought it'd be great. Little double feature. Finish it up. We got our stuff. We're all ready. We're ready to face Ultimisia. And then we faced her once. Lasted about, 20, 30 minutes? Not bad, I thought. We got to the second phase. Tried again. Try again. That was 2 attempts. Second one lasted until nearly 4 in the morning. Tough going. But we saw every phase. And so now we'll see them all again. But somebody else is playing it this time. Because we are just going to guarantee ourselves here a little glimpse at the end of Final Fantasy VIII. And by little glimpse, I mean we're going to watch the entire ending here. Let's do it. What do you say? Shout out to Skull182 on YouTube, who's recording this we're going to watch tonight. And will canonically be the end of Final Fantasy VIII. There we are. Take it all in. Let's start the show. Let's see how they pull it off. Ooh. Max health and... Jesus Christ, look at these stats. This is out of control. So this is what we could, if we wanted to make it easy on ourselves. Yeah, sure, I guess we could have had this set up here. Good squad, at least. Hey, look. We're the same team. So I think this fits canonically. Like, they're running in with the same crew. This might as well be our playthrough. This is still the PS1 version. Not sure what they captured it with, but we are watching PS1 footage here, as we did all season. There she is. Seed. Seed. I do love this part. Curse all seeds with a K. Swarming like locusts across generations, you disgust me. The world was on the brink of that ever-elusive time compression. Insolent fools. Your vain crusade ends here, seeds. Price for your meddling is death beyond death. I'll send you to a dimension beyond your imagining. There I will reign. You'll be my slaves for eternity. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Whom shall I exterminate first? I'll start with you three. There we go. Phase 1. Let's see how they handle it. See, look, they, we had similar methods in that regard, at least. Zell, a meager 20, he's still probably like 2,000 more health than Aizen did, but they knew the crew to bring into the battle here. Oh my god, look at that. He killed, oh, that's interesting strategy. Don't wait for them to kill him, take care of him yourself. I like that. Go get him. Not a ton. Get out of here, selfie. Sad to watch. We got that right too. I like how there are some similarities here. I appreciate that. Of course, they're absorbing everything, aren't they? Yeah. Fairly well. So, see you in another life, fella. Welcome to time. It's the health on Irvine, yep. Later, friendo. Wait for that third. Pop back up. There she is. Quistis in the house. Ready for action. Dark side. So I should have used that command, I guess. Surprise! Cheers. Yeah, I didn't get to play this morning, but it was, you know, it's the finale, primetime viewing, plus spring break. No pre-K for the young man. Now we get a nice relaxing... Oh, I made an adjustment alright. I don't know if you probably didn't catch the beginning, but we made the adjustment of guaranteeing ourselves the end credits. We're watching somebody else's. I put in the work. I saw every phase myself, and now we're going to see how someone with much more time and planning handles it. But I was very excited to see that they had the same squad that I did. Like, we spent 1 week ago today, I conservatively spent 8 hours on Final Fantasy VIII. So we've done the due diligence, saw all phases myself. So now we get to just sit back and see how it goes when you have a team that's ready to face it. Here we go, phase 2. They seem to all have the dark side ability. Squall's swinging 999s over here, so is Quistis. I'd love to see it. Triple Ultima coming. Strong play. Got some defends, no recoveries, no I think, you know, I'm sure that is true. But I think, and you know, I think my big thing is, like, we should have been somewhat, like, another boss should have prepared us somewhat for this, right? We fought several to get our abilities back, and all were fairly trivial fights. So that said to me that we were prepared for the final boss. But obviously you had to do a lot more to really be able to handle it. And we played this game for a year now, so I'm ready to turn the page. I think this is a fine way to close it out. Last week, the combination of last week plus this week, this is how we do it. Let's send him home. I'm excited to see the ending. As soon as you get Diablos, you can effectively become endgame ready. I guess I believe that. It seems like he has all the best abilities. We could have given Squall, at least, the dark side ability, but I don't know that would have saved us. Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, not follow any guide, but the real thing here. We did it our way. We got the pro strats. I don't need a min-max situation. Here we go, phase 3. GF's true power. Tell me. Show you. Braver, make them bleed. Yeah. You know, I think we could have gotten... These guys are like level 60 something. We could have gotten closer to this, I think, in our run, but there was never any impetus to, because everything else we handled pretty well. Nice call, white win on there. Yeah, exactly. We took care of business when we needed to, and comfortable with how this is turning out. I think you reach a certain point, you're like, you know what, this is fine. I'm happy with it. I think the fact that the fight was so insanely long last week, and we still saw all the phases. Like, that's fine. Let's not waste any more time. We got a lot more games to play in this series. Fair question. You know, I did think about that, but I want to take some time to get some new graphics together. I want to do, we got to bring in Final Fantasy IX properly. So, plus I don't even have my shirt on. I've got the 8 shirt on. I got to put the 9 shirt on for that. But I'll get some. We'll ring it in properly. I got to get some new graphics here set up. Like I said, we'll get it. I don't want to shortchange it by tacking it onto the end of this one. This is 8's time to shine. This is her last hurrah for Final Fantasy VIII. But I'm excited to start 9, and I remember it starting with a bang. So I feel like that whole first disc flies by. I think maybe two, maybe 3 episodes we're out of the first disc, so it's gonna be fun. And you played it somewhat recently, yeah. That'll be good. You can be my co-pilot. Alongside the pro strats, of course. We got the official guide. Did you end up finishing it? Stop what I was gonna ask. Yeah. Other games, they'll do that. Well, we'll get to see the end just now. We're gonna go all the way, of course. Let's try and do it. Let's keep it to this calendar year. I think we can get it done. Final Fantasy IX. Let's end it by December. Yeah, I remember it being not as good as Triple Triad. But I remember also there being a couple times where you had to play it. So we'll figure it out. But we figured this one out pretty well. We beat the Queen of Cards. I was happy with that too. They're putting in the work over here. Team's doing well. The legless phase. Remember that? We do have, so somebody does have recovery. I haven't seen. I mean, they're putting in, you know, bigger damage faster. But they have not gotten any magic wiped away that I've seen. I mean, we were drained of all of our magic by the end of this. But that's the thing. If you're just ripping through it, then they don't have time. It really is. We persevered. We made it. We made it farther than we should have, probably. Look at this. They're already done this phase. So much false hope. It's giving me PTSD. I'm gonna have to decide when I put up the archives from last week on YouTube if I put up the whole thing, like, or do I cut it down? It's a long video. I think I gotta just throw it all up. Nobody's gonna watch it. So, what? I am Ultimisia. Time shall compress. All existence denied. Their haste is on point too. They're getting moves in quick. Look at that. Damn. Okay, there we go. Triple blown away. queue up the Mega Elixir. Good call. Now the magic's going. Came to play. You know, some would say it's more impressive if you're hitting them for a couple hundred at a time with your sword. They'd be wrong, but some people say that. Activate your backing. Ooh. Hard to hear that. Glad you're feeling better today. I feel you though. Yesterday I rolled my ankle doing some yard work. Been limping around all day. But hopefully that'll run its course in a day or so. Bam, bam, bam. There goes your quake. I could probably still see myself someday playing this again, and with the knowledge that I should be really beefing these boys up for the final fight. I'd probably find some strategies to really maximize my potential, but not for a few years. I won't return to it that quickly. But I enjoyed it. think we're getting close here. Gonna start getting mad. Nice. Angelo! My man. Blam, blam. Reflect on your childhood. Sensation, your words, your emotions. Time will not wait. Definitely getting close now. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. Boom. Lionheart. Hit her ass. Bam. Nice. No matter. No, I did not. That was, you know, I didn't have Lionheart either, but it's true I did not unlock Limit Break. I don't know that it would have saved me, but just sped things up maybe. Oh, freaking out. Here we go. Is this it? I mean, yeah. I was always so bad at it though. I could never time the triggers right. And we so rarely used them. I mean, because I didn't want to stay at low health. But I mean, she puts you there. You might as well get one off before you heal. But alright, let's see. Yes. Defeat. we got to watch it at least. It was cool. Over. Let's go. Go back to our time. Shut up. Just calm down. Think where we have to go. Careful, guys. Don't pick the wrong time. Whatever you do, don't fall into a time warp. Time, place, who I want to be with. I want to go there. Squall and I promised. Well, let's go home. Where are you? That'd be amazing. Where am I? Wall, where are you going? I'm gonna find Sis. Wall? See a little boy. You don't have to worry. Boy won't go anywhere. I think so too. Poor thing. You're alive? Sorceress. Yes, matron. We had defeated her. Matron, stand back. Okay. No more need to fight. Sorceress is just looking for someone to pass her powers on to. In order to die in peace, Sorceress must be free of all of her powers. I know, for I am one too. I shall take over the Sorceress's powers. I do not want one of our children to become one. Can't disappear yet. Patron! Is this the end? Most likely. Tell me, matron, who are you? Seed. Seed from Balam Garden. Seed? Garden? Both garden and seed were your ideas. Garden trains seed. Seeds are trained to defeat the sorcerer. Saying. Your boy, the future. Return. Please return. You do not belong. Can't find Sis. Am I all alone? T. Nobody. You don't need to know. squall permitted here is you. Do you know where to go back to? You know how? You'd be alright by yourself? You'll be alright. It's definitely timing why we're over here. I'm not alone. Not alone. Call out, they will answer. Where is everyone? Rihanna, where are you? Stealthy, Quistis, Irvine, Rihanna. What? Am I alone? No, I want to hear your voice. Where do I go? Can't get back alone. Noah? Am I alone again? Where am I? Oh shit. Let's go.
Same old songs, just once more. My last night here with you. Maybe yes, maybe no. I kind of lied it your way. How you shine, you placed your eyes on me. Did you ever know that I had mine on you? Darling, so there you are, with the look on your face, as if you never heard, as if you never down. Shall I be the one for you, who pinches you softly but sure? If frown is shown, then I would know that you are no dreamer. So let me come to you, close as I wanna be, close enough for me to feel a heart beating fast, and stay there
Did.
as I whisper how I loved your peaceful eyes on me. Did you ever know that I had mine on you? Darling, so share with me your love if you have enough, your tears if you're holding back, a pain if that's what it is. How can I let you know I'm more than the dress and the pose? Just reach me out, then you will know that you are not dreaming. Darling, so there you are, with the look on your face, as if you never heard, as if you never down.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's better this way.
Who pinches you softly but sure? If frown is shown, then I would know that you are no dreamer.
There we go. Credits. We did it. Ooh, look at this. Little welcome home function. Selfie, you're almost out of battery. Plug that bad boy in. Sid. The music's so good. Yeah. I mean, aesthetically, this I think is really one of the finest that there is. Music, art design, just top notch. Yeah, I mean, I think it still all holds up today, and I mean this is over 26 years, 27 years old. Christ, it looks great on this. Just on that little PS1. This is a lot. This is a lot of cinematic, like to be playing straight through. Oh, there you go. Told you, you gotta plug it in. Yeah, I mean that's a great ending. That's, you know, it's a shame it's so tough to see, but I think I mean I liked the story altogether. I think, you know, part of it just comes with age. I think of like, you know, don't look too hard into it. You know, just let the story kind of wash over you. I think you get the idea. I like the whole time compression ending. I think that was really cool. I think it was done well in the ending here. And I don't know, I like all the characters. I don't mind the draw system. All the GFs are cool. I think if the final boss had one fewer phase, I think 10 out of 10. Music still. Hey, well, hold on. Excellent music. Nobuo, one of his finest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was definitely the biggest. I mean, since 3, probably the biggest, or 2, I guess. 2 was the one with the weird leveling, right? So, really, the first time since then that they really tried to take a big swing. And I think it has its pros and cons. Oh, here we go. Squall Lionheart will return in Adventures Doomsday. think the guard's a cool design too. The end. The end. What more is there to say? I think that was great. I think, obviously I would tweak the final boss a little bit, but I think we had a lot of fun. There was not much of a dull moment. I don't think. I don't know what you would think watching. How did it seem to you? I think overall, I mean, I think it's top 3 or 4. I mean, the top 4 in no particular order. I would say for me is 4, 6, 7, 8. I think those are my, you know, 7 probably still holds my top place, both from the most nostalgic point of view and also great time playing it last time too. But so then after that, I'd say this and 6 and 4 are all kind of the main competitors to round out the podium. Uh, like I said, I would replay it again. I would maybe I'd know a little bit more going in. I'd go harder on a few stats, if pump up a few things. But overall, I mean, I had a great time, and I think the vibes are immaculate still, top to bottom. I think that goes a long way. You know, maybe I haven't checked out the remastered version. Is there any kind of quality of life stuff that they changed with that, or is it just fresh coat of paint? I don't know. Either way, it worked out great playing the PS1 version. I'd play it again. I think, yeah. But like I said, those are the ones I would most be eager to replay the most, aside from this one, 7, 6, and 4. Great game. I'm excited to start 9. We're gonna get to that next time. Maybe not. I don't know. Sometimes I like to take a break between, take a 1 week off, get everything ready. Like I said, get some new, get this guy out of here, get somebody new in there, find and dig up the old strategy guy, get the pro strats ready to roll, change up these little pictures. We'll get it going. I think it gets overlooked a little bit. Yeah, especially 6 and 7. You get a lot of people's. You get those are probably the ones that get heralded the most, and rightfully so. I think they're great. But I feel like eight's probably had a little bit of a reclaiming in the last few years or so. More people are willing to be like, you know what, that was pretty good. I think the draw system probably got a bad shake when it came out, and it was confusing a little bit for sure. As a child, I didn't have too much trouble this time, I don't think. But there was a lot of ways to play it, and I had fun. All the characters felt different, but all the GFs are really fun. It was nice. I had fun beefing all those guys up, getting all their new moves. Really changed how you would approach the game. I mean, we had that nice stretch where we would just do the doom and draw scenario. I think that was kind of a fun. I didn't mind that. You know, random battles weren't too bad. You could turn them off. Love that. I think there's a lot you could do with this one, and I think you know, can I say? It turns out well-made game with one maybe asterisk, but great stuff. There's certainly some, and the melodrama was it would just keep me at a distance there as a younger player. I think that's why I think you're just like, you know what, sure, they're off the same morph. Why not? Oh sure, you're related to you. You're the you just like, yeah, it all has to be that way. I guess it's a Japanese melodrama in that way. But then you get a great ending. I think the ending kind of wraps it up nicely, and I think yeah, it didn't leave me feeling wanting anymore, and I didn't feel myself rolling my eyes certainly. Everybody gets a happy ending. I think you get a classic little time travel thing of like, oh, did I witness this event or did I cause this event? The sorceress at the end there, going over to Edia. But even that time is cyclical. The cycle of time. There's circular things happening here. The time compression. I think. Oh yeah, yeah. There's so many set pieces in this that are just like that was it looked fantastic because it was all the cinematics. Are great, but I think that was a cool sequence too. Yeah, like you said, I think it had that heist kind of tension to it, and obviously the training mission at the beginning, fantastic. Um, the whole first disc was fantastic in this one, and then you get that. You're roving around with the garden. Opens up the world that way. I think this is yeah. Then there's Norg. Who can forget Norg? that you know we almost did forget about Norg, and maybe that was for the better. But Norg was there the whole time, wasn't he? Until he wasn't, and he dead? Did we kill him? No, but they kind of never go back to Norg. They never really circle back to be like, "Hey, Sid, what was the deal with Norg?" Guess he was just worked out a deal. Yeah. That's one of those things you're like, sure, Norg's in the basement. Of course he is. Let's move on. I look forward to discovering all these kind of moments in 9 again. It's been so long since I played that. Excited to revisit it. Like I said, we're going to be playing the PS1 edition again. Well, same method here, same setup. I won't have to tweak anything that way. I'll have to check, make sure there's space on this memory card. It looked like it might have been full last time we played. But in fact, that's what I'm going to work out this week or so to come. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad we could see it to the end. That's closing the book on another Final Fantasy Excalibur 2 challenge. We'll look into, we'll see what kind of stuff we're going to get into, what kind of extracurriculars we'll deal with in 9. We'll maybe take it as a, like I said, my main goal, let's roll credits on 9 by the end of the calendar year. Final Fantasy 9 in 9 months, we'll call it. I think we can do it. Put our minds to it. I don't think we spent, I think some of the daytime streams will help. We'll figure it out. We got lots of time, but time compresses itself. Get to the end of the game within a certain time frame, not exact speed run, but don't waste a lot of time. Well, yeah, I'll look into some couple things like that. We'll see what I need to plan ahead for. I don't like to get it too, like, still kind of wing it for the most part, but I do want to. I'll look into it. That's why I take a week between them to really figure everything out. But yeah, well, all in good time. I'm excited to get started on the next one. It's gonna be a whole new era. I think we had a great time here with 8. Appreciate you coming out each and every week. Always good to hang out. I'm looking forward to a new game. I enjoyed 8 a lot, like I said, but at a certain point, we gotta turn the page. We gotta move on. We got a lot of Final Fantasy left to play. And it'll be right here. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. We'll get ready for Final Fantasy 9 coming soon to a stream near you. Till then, train, take us away. Take us away, far away. Where it stops, nobody knows. Into the future, we will go. Good night.